Good day, I'm Pete, your host, VoiceOver Pete, and we are at the prestigious Toyota TRD Performance Center. With me is one of their up-and-coming stars, Todd Gilliland. So Todd, I want to just go ahead and just ask you a few questions today, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Sure, we'll take a few minutes to just get to know you a little bit better. And what about this awesome facility? So how long have you been worked with TRD?
So I've been with TRD for about probably 4 years now. Since I was about 14 or 15, in late models I started talking to Jack and Tyler Gibbs, and they're kind of the grassroots level kind of contacts at Toyota, and they go to a bunch of short tracks. I think they're race fans as well as that's their job. So it's just really cool to be able to get in touch with them and build on it every year. I feel like just becoming closer and closer friends with them, help out the community a lot in racing, and that's what it's all about.
I'm impressed with the iBUYPOWER Gaming Center, and I have to ask you, have you ever heard of such a gaming center in a racing facility like this?
No, not at all. I think a lot of us are familiar with iRacing and simulator work, more on the racing side, but I've never seen a gaming facility like this. Maybe at a library or something, but never here.
Coming into this, you see this cutting edge technology solution, iBUYPOWER, bringing in the big muscle to help you guys with the simulators. I mean, what's your expectation as a pro racer? What do you expect to get out of this?
I think that's the biggest thing with Toyota. They give you all the resources to be the best you can be. At that point, it's up to you to putting your time in the right ways, and if you're over here on the simulator more than someone else and it makes you a little bit better, then more power to you. Everyone's got the same resources. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just being able to split up your time. Obviously, we're all still teenagers. We hang out and all that, but at the same time, you gotta be able to balance that with the career side of it, and being pretty much a professional athlete and training.
How much would you say you travel?
So this year I'm traveling 23 weekends.
23 weekends. And it's just nationwide or mostly regional here?
All within the United States, but all over. We race to Vegas, California, and up to New York, so all over.
So, okay, you've done the race, you've done your work, it's the end of the day. What do you do in your free time?
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. I play golf a little bit. Definitely hang out with my friends. We go out to go-kart tracks, and that's the hard part about having friends outside of racing, is they don't understand why you're gone, and they're always going to the lake and stuff like that. But we're way busier than that, and luckily we have the same schedule and have grown up with a lot of the same guys that I'm still racing against today. So kind of friends off the racetrack, and we get on the racetrack, we're competitors. Gaming
is a big part still of the industry. What are some of your favorite games?
I don't play too many video games, just the simulators, stuff like that. Got a PlayStation, and lately a lot of us have been playing a Wii, just old school stuff. So just kind of throwing it back there, but it's a lot of fun.
When you step into the simulator here, to me it looks like iBUYPOWER pulled out the stops. They've got the computing power. The simulator looks awesome. When you get behind the wheel, how accurate is the feel of it when you compare it to being in the car?
I think it's about as real as you can make it be. I feel like it's still a video game in some ways. You can almost trick it a little bit, but if you really take the things you need out of the game, then you still learn a lot. So especially with the simulators we have here, definitely top of the line, and you can feel a lot in the steering wheel. More or less, you can get a really good feel for every track. I honestly love what I'm doing right now. It's trying to climb the ladder, obviously, get to the Monster Energy Cup Series one day, but I think after, hopefully I have a successful career, and I think I'm really interested in F1 lately. Been watching a lot of their things, and just their cars are incredible to me. The amount of technology that goes into them every week, and just getting to drive one time, not even if it's in a race, but just to drive everything, and hopefully learn from every car I get into.
So you've been racing since how old were you when you started?
5 years old.
5 years old?
Yes, sir.
Go-kart racing.
Quarter midgets, and then when I was about 13, I moved up to late models and super late models. Ran K&N for 2 years when I was 15, 16, and then 17. Here I'm 18 in the truck series.
So what would you say then, since you've been in it, wow, almost all your life, is the average age for the racers here?
I'd say here is probably 16, 17 years old, you know. There's a couple guys that are in their early 20s, and then, you know, a lot of my friend group, me, Christian, Harrison, are all 18, so. And then there's also some guys that are around 16, so it's pretty wild to see the amount of young guys coming up, and you know, even to think what I was doing at 16, I feel like just with the development that they're even ahead, and every day they get younger and younger.
What do you hope and expect out of a multi-million-dollar facility like this for you guys?
Well, I feel like obviously all the equipment is way better than us, and we're not very strong yet, but hopefully we can just be more physically fit to hopefully move up, and the races get 4 or 5 hours long and 130-degree temperatures. So, you know, right now our races are probably only about an hour and a half to 2 hours, but you know, that extra little bit keeps getting harder and harder. The stiffer the competition and everything like that. So just being ready for every step.
Well, Todd, I want to say thank you very much for this time together. It's really been a pleasure to meet and get to know you a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.